going to be...
Oh! Is that handball?
How is that not a handball? How is that not a handball?
Look at this.
How is that not a handball?
Guys, this could easily be a handball here.
So there was a cross that came in for Mudryk. Mudryk tries to get his head on it. It looks like there was a hand.
But the problem is nowadays, I don't know what the rules are. Yeah, he had his arm in the air because he's going for a header, right? I don't know what the rule is.
Did you see?
Don't give me the I don't know what the rules are. Was it handball or not?
I'll know what the rules are when it's in your box. Right? Find handball.
It's a penalty.
Is he going to...
Yes! Come on! It's a penalty to Chelsea.
It was a clear penalty. Let's be real. It was.
Who's taking this?
This is the thing I don't know.
Gotta be Cole Palmer. Gotta be Cole Palmer.
I don't back the penalty
Cole
taker.
Palmer.
It's got to be
No. It's Cole Palmer. Ice cold.
Ice cold. He's been there for 5 minutes.
Ice
You're
cold.
going to give it to him. Give it to Mudryk.
Left foot, Cole Palmer. Where's it going?
Cole Palmer.
Come on, Chelsea.
Come on!
Palmer, look at him.
Cole Palmer.
From Arsenal's perspective, you could talk about a handball all day. That's what, the 4th, 5th time they've got in our box in 10 minutes?
Chelsea have been all over Arsenal in terms of
We've not played like that this
pressure.
season. Like, you're looking at that cross coming in, and it's Jorginho and Saliba in the box on their own. Like, we're way too open. I don't really understand how we've...
Well, we were talking about what Arsenal would be like mentally after such a huge win against Man City.
We look asleep.
He's done it! You all wrote him off! You all wrote him off! And I've been waiting for this moment. You all have said that he's not good enough. Every single one of you, except that man over there, Joey. And he's just smacked it in from the left-hand side. Mikhailo Mudryk, the narrative.
Was it a cross? Was it a cross?
He meant
Josh, that's
Was it a cross? The one
Jacob,
was it celebrating? He didn't even mean it.
Jacob,
He didn't even mean it.
Was it a cross?
If you score that in your 11-a-side game, you're claiming that as a goal.
Yeah, but that's not what
Simple
we're
as
asking.
that.
Did he mean it?
Did he mean
meant
it?
it.
Let's have a look. Let's have a
Of
look.
course he meant it. Don't be so naive.
2 weeks ago, I sat on this show and I said that just wait.
I'll tell you
from
right now,
Mikhailo
I meant
Mudryk.
it.
No, what it is...
No
meant
way
it.
did he mean that.
He didn't mean that.
Look at the keeper.
He doesn't even glance in its direction to check
That
it.
is what the best players can do.
Quality goal.
Oh, that's a real chance! It's 2-1! Declan Rice! Come on! What the hell was the keeper doing?
And now there's 14 minutes. Game
Boy
back
hit
on.
Chelsea boy.
What was the keeper doing? He rolls it straight at
That's
Declan Rice.
huge.
He celebrated as well.
huge.
He celebrated it.
It was literally a
Sanchez,
gift.
wasn't
Look.
it? Yeah. So
Watch this.
Cole will pass it back. Sanchez
It's just a
passed it
gift.
out to
First
no
time.
one.
What a goal.
Oh my
I tell you
God.
What a goal.
What a finish that is.
What a
Let's
goal.
see whose fault is this? Because
It's the keepers. Look.
the keeper tries to play it, and it's straight.
To be
Declan
fair,
Rice.
curse to the commentator, that's Conor Gallagher on his heels there.
We're thinking like, oh, finally Chelsea are seeing the potential come to fruition. We've now got Havertz and Trossard on, and it's 13 minutes left to go.
I'm telling you right now, Chelsea don't win this game. I'm
Yeah,
sorry, Josh.
I know. I can see it.
For absolutely
I can
no
see it.
reason,
I
he's
can
gifted
see
them
it.
a goal.
Yeah,
well,
I
it's
can
not a
see
gift
it.
because Declan still had to do a lot, to be honest.
But it
but
was a gift, though.
It was
Like,
a
he's
gift.
passed
If he
it,
doesn't
he's
do
passed
that,
it
there's
right
no
to
goal. So yeah.
Raheem Sterling's coming off
Reece
now.
James is coming on for Cole Palmer. That's the more interesting one. So this could either be a 5 at the back or it could be Reece James.
Now the problem is
midfield.
when you make those kind of changes, you're inviting pressure a little bit.
James, yeah, that's the problem.
Oh, it's a good goal for
out.
Arsenal! Yeah, come on! Chelsea have folded!
Told you.
Unbelievable!
What
and
a
it's
ball.
Trossard!
What
and I
a
told
ball.
you, Trossard should come
Told
on.
you. I told you.
What a ball by Saka that is.
I told you.
And mate, we got 10 minutes for a winner now.
Seconds after Pochettino makes those defensive changes,
told you.
Trossard has hit one back post, 2-2.
Oh my word.
shit.
And I tell you what, Cucurella has had Saka in his pocket the whole game, but you only have to give him one beat.
Mate.
He finds that cross. You watch this ball in from Saka, it's unreal. Mate.
Saka's one of the best players England have ever produced, in my opinion. He's absolutely quality.
You watch this.
Look at that. Beautiful cross in at the back post.
Good finish.
Just a
sick,
brilliant
isn't it?
right foot
Gusto
But I
volley.
tell you what, I was
And the
just
lads-
talking about Reece James. I know.
It was Gusto.
It was Gusto, man.
completely
I
lost.
got it. I hate to do this, lads, but I've got to go. How are you feeling?
It's just gutting. It's just completely demoralising. Like, we should have seen this game out, and like to make the defensive change, and then literally 30 seconds later concede a goal.
I literally was like, you're inviting pressure, and boom, goal. 2-2. Probably feels like a loss to Chelsea fans.
Go top.
But you played really well. You got a draw against a title, challenging team.
I think it's very harsh to use the analogy that Arsenal only turned up in the last 10 minutes or so, because when you look at it, if we were looking at a boxing match, any other sport, we go, well, they were able to nullify them for that long. And I would more look at it like this, because when we credit the things that Chelsea did really well in this match, it was the way that we weren't allowing Arsenal to break through the lines of passes. It was the way that we weren't allowing Arsenal to create, how quick we were to try and recover the ball straight away. So I wouldn't say they only turned up in the last 10 minutes. I would say that the luck started to go from a little bit more due to the fact that they had laid on good chances in that sort of last period. But I would say on the whole, if you said to me before the game 2-2 draw, I'd have been very happy with it. Context is everything, and you're right, you do end up with a bit more of a bit of feeling there.
I have to commend how well you lot are like taking what Sanchez just did. Like, I feel like he's got blood on his hands for what he just did. You were cruising. Maybe there was an element of complacency involved. I don't know. But to me, Arsenal were not in the game. You outplayed them. I couldn't even see how they were getting back into the game. And then Sanchez just plays that ball to Declan Rice. Yep. Fantastic finish. Declan Rice still had to finish it. It was a great finish, but why? That's just a gift. I would, if that was Vicario or Lloris, and I've seen him do that many times in the past, I'm losing my shit. You lot were quite calm about it.
No, I completely understand it. He's obviously at fault there, and obviously, the way it's worked out, he's almost cost us the game in doing that. But at the same time, we are strapped in for this ride. We're invested in this journey with Pochettino and with this current crop of players. And I think to alienate him now and say, right, you've cost us the game, and really stick the knives in on him would be completely wrong, because
I don't mean like that, but I just meant you lot were quite calm about it. It was just
for me, there was two other players that were at fault there. Enzo missed the pass; it went straight past him, right? So you can
wasn't a good pass.
You can apportion some blame to him, and then also Gallagher didn't make the challenge, didn't get to.
Do you think Enzo had any part to play in that blame there? I think that was just a complete miss pass. It wasn't even near him.
I think he has to take a part of the blame.
Arsenal fan, Jacob. How are you feeling about the season so far? You're on 21 points. You haven't lost a game yet. I mean, you're not thrilled with the performance today, but how would you view your season as a whole right now?
I find it really hard to evaluate this season. I'll be really, really honest with you, and that's going to sound mental, because today we were, I think we're level with City at the top of the table now. At the start of the game, we were top of the table. We've made some big changes with the way that we're playing football this year. I think one thing we're doing is we're playing different each week. Last season, you could name the team, you knew how we were going to play football. We've played differently for each game. We were very defensive against City, against Spurs, we really pressed on. Today, I've got big questions about our midfield. I've got to be really honest with you. I've got big questions about our midfield. I've got really big questions about the way we create chances. I was saying it about Chelsea. I was saying my thing with Chelsea. I'm watching this Chelsea team. Off the ball, great. Press well, defend well, great. With the ball, I don't know how you attack. Like, if I'm saying to you, what is your method of attack? I don't know what the answer is, apart from get it wide and cross. In terms of Arsenal, mate, we're not getting it through the middle of the pitch. We're not creating...
Which was the norm last season, right?
Which was the norm last season. Last season, I think Martin Ødegaard was one of the best creative players in the league. This season, he doesn't look like a creative player. He just shoots. He scored a few goals.
He actually got subbed off when you were chasing the game.
Yeah, mate.
And that was seen as a bit of a questionable... Trossard came on.
Comes off the pitch, and we scored 2 goals. It's going to sound mad, and there's going to be a lot of people watching this going, God, what a spoiled fan you are. You bang up there top of the league. You haven't lost a game yet. You've drawn 3.
You're wanting to be able to see where it's going, though, aren't you?
I've got long-term concerns in terms of this season about how we're creating chances. I got what I wanted today. I saw Jesus through the middle, Saka one side, Martinelli the other. Did it look good to you lot? Did it look great? Well, we came into this game and you said it yourself, Josh. You said, God, that is a worrying front three. That's the front three. Are you scared of that front three? Are you scared of that front three? You've got us in a couple of weeks at St James Park. Are you worried about that front three?
Well, that's what I was saying when I was watching you guys. I thought that you were quite tentative in the game and that Chelsea physically were right at it and you guys didn't want the battle. And that for me was, that's what Newcastle do.
I don't think it's just the battle. I think we've got battling players in there. You're looking at one on the screen right now, Declan Rice. My thing is, we had a player last season and he doesn't get spoken about because of certain things we alluded to earlier. He doesn't get spoken about as one of the best players in the league. Thomas Partey, as a footballer, is completely unique. because he stands in that 6th position. He's big, strong, broad shoulders, like a defensive midfielder. He plays like Thiago Alcantara in terms of he receives on the half turn, drops a shoulder, beats a man, passes through the lines, finds Ødegaard, finds Jesus, and we're away. We've lost that. He's brilliant, Declan Rice, and today, the goal you saw him score today, that is Declan Rice all over. Quicker than Conor Gallagher, who, by the way, I thought was your best player today. Quicker than him to the ball, gets there, intercepts, bang, goal. And we're off and running again. And he is literally the heartbeat of this team right now.
In order to open the game up, though, you need that man who's going to commit players and take the ball forward. Exactly. And you were really lacking
that. And we've lacked it a few times this season. Jorginho isn't it. And I'm not here to knock Jorginho, by the way. He's our 3rd choice holding midfielder. Name me a club in England who have a better 3rd choice holding midfielder than Jorginho. You haven't got one. My concern, and I alluded to it a little bit at the end of the game, this manager, who has done so much for us, and I'm not here to cast aspersions on him. I'm not Arteta out. He's a young manager, and I want him to learn. I think he's still one of the novices in this league. I'm starting to see favouritism. I'm starting to see Jorginho starting today when there was no reason not to see to start Partey. I'm starting to see Ramsdale not even in the squad. Apparently it's an injury. I'm not really sure. He did an interview with The Guardian a couple of days ago. Didn't mention injuries there.
A couple of people are saying it's related to he's just had a baby.
Congrats.
Not himself, just the
Congrats. I will say, I remember good old Gabriel Magalhaes had a kid the night before a game, started the next day. I think.
Let's be honest, he wasn't going to play it.
He wasn't going to play anyway, and I think if he'd have been in contention to start, babies can stay at home. The point is, I think we maybe got lucky today. I'm going to be really honest with you. I think we actually got a little bit lucky today. I thought Trossard came on with a cape on his back, and I think we rescued 2 points. The reason I'm sat here miserable, I shouldn't be sat here miserable. I've just seen my team get outplayed for 82 minutes and then walk away with a point. I should be happy. The reason I'm miserable is because for a few weeks in a row now, I'm not seeing our football. I saw our football the whole season last season. We were mustard, mate. Cut through teams. We created more chances than anyone last season. I think we're about 14th in the league for chances created this year, and we don't look like an attacking threat. And that, for me, Arteta has to look in the mirror and ask himself some serious questions. Is Raya the guy? Is Partey the guy? There has to be some serious questions about the players he's putting on that pitch.
No, I appreciate that, because a lot of people like to look at the end result and not the working out. And if the working out is wrong but the end result is right, you can get away with it for a period of time. But like you say, it will get found out.
Our quality saved us today.
I've watched you guys a good few times this season, and against Spurs, it was very competitive. Today, you, in my opinion, weren't even the best side. And it wasn't like that last season. So something is changing, and I think you've made some really good points.
But I think 9 games undefeated. They played City, United, Chelsea, Spurs.
But it's about looking at the process.
I hear you, okay,
beat City, beat United.
The level we're at now. By the way, I've just watched my team go and buy the most expensive English player ever over the summer. I've just watched us lead a league table for, what was it, 100 and something days last season. I'm sorry, but the standards have changed. I know that 9 games, 1-6, drawn 3 is good. I know it's good. We're up against Man City, mate. We're up against, and if you want to win this league against Man City, you have to be perfect. There are senior players. There are my favourites that were on that pitch today that were poor. Gabriel Jesus, that's the worst game I've seen him play in that shirt. And before this game, you were going, oh yeah, maybe Mudryk would put Martinelli through the middle, mate. And I was laughing at you because I thought you're talking about Gabriel Jesus. He starts for Brazil, for God's sake. He was poor today. Ødegaard was poor today. Ødegaard was seriously poor. Ødegaard should have been looking at that game today going, what, Cole Palmer, you think you're a number 10 in the Premier League? Watch how it's done. He looked embarrassed today. He didn't look physical enough. I thought Caicedo was fantastic on him. I thought Caicedo did a really good job with all of our midfield. Saka, he sat in Cucurella's pocket for most of the game. Brilliant cross for the goal, but Martinelli got nothing on that left-hand side. Yep. Like our play, and the thing is, we spoke about Chelsea being a young team. Newsflash, we're actually younger. The reason that we got so far last season is because whilst Martinelli's young and Saka's young and, they did so well, it's also Ødegaard scored 15 non-penalty goals last season, and he needs to continue at that level. Jesus, as I said before the game, scored 1 in 2 last season. He needs to continue at that level. I also think you could ask a couple of questions about Zinchenko. Zinchenko is a serious player in that team. He's an adult. He's 26 years old. He's won titles with Man City. He was absolutely dreadful in the first half, I'll say that. Every good Chelsea attack came behind him, and he walks off at half-time. That's embarrassing, man. That's embarrassing.